We are coming on live over here on my Instagram, Kristin Davies Medium. If you ever want to come over and check me out, and we have Ashley Cunningham coming on with me. And if you want to check out her Instagram, is Ashley Cunningham Medium. And I'm just going to bring her on with me. Let's just hopefully get her on here. There we go. Okay. There you are.
Hey.
Hi. So what
How's
are we doing here today? We're here a little early just to give everybody some time to come on with us.
Yes, I am so excited. We are here to go and ask Spirit about a 2019 energy update for the end of the year.
Boy,
I'm really curious what's going to happen in the next few months. I cannot wait.
Me
it's going to
too.
be awesome. Yes.
Energy update for 2019. Oh, she made it.
Yeah.
Woo! All
hey,
right.
guys.
I've had people messaging me from all different parts of the world, actually, Australia and different parts of the U.S., wondering what time we're coming on live on my Instagram.
Wow,
And,
that's awesome.
You know, so it was pretty cool. I was like, right on. And everybody wants to know the energy update for 2019, including us. I think we kind of have an idea of what's coming for September. Countdown's on. But then we don't really know much of what's going to happen past September. Of course, I haven't asked yet. So it's going to be interesting. See what comes through. Just briefly, you also have your Instagram channel, and we are going to be coming live again on August 12th at 6 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. And what are we going to be talking about?
We are going to be talking about how to connect and improve our connection with our angel teams. So what works well for each of us, and kind of maybe some tips that our angels can give for others to connect with their own teams. So it's going to be really fun.
I can't wait. I mean, I just love, I think, you know, some individuals, when they're channeling, they really gravitate towards the ascended masters, and some will gravitate towards the archangels, and some will gravitate towards the angels, and some will just gravitate and do really well at, you know, channeling loved ones. And I'm sure we can all do all of it, but sometimes it's very highlighted, and we have an area where we really enjoy channeling certain energy. Oh, and of course, ET energy as well. Yeah. So for me, it's always been the angels, because when I didn't really have any high vibrational spiritual groups, like the group that I developed, Intuitive Angel Messages on Facebook, and your group, Channeling with Love on Facebook, now we have these groups. It's fantastic. But back in the day, I didn't have any of that. So, you know, for me, it was like talking to my mom. Thank God I had that. And talking to my angels. That there we are. And so, yeah, I came to that conclusion really early in the age of 26. I was not alone when my angel opened up and made herself, you know, known to me. So that was really eye-opening, and then it progressed from there. But with you, it's a different story. So what is your story, briefly, before we get going?
Briefly, throughout my childhood, I had really highlighted experiences, and I always knew I wasn't alone, but I didn't really know about channeling or know about my angels or anything like that. And then when I met you, I started channeling, and through your course, Mediumship, I think it was called Mediumship 101 at the time, but it's basically the same as your new class coming up, Mediumship for Beginners. I took that class, and then I met my team, and I've met so many beings. It's crazy. But what's really starting to get highlighted for me in my work is channeling ETs. A lot of them are coming to me and asking me to step forward. So that's what I've been doing, and it's been really interesting.
It's really cool because people always ask us, like, when are we going to see them? When are we going to talk to them? Right now.
Yeah,
That's
you
the
can.
answer.
Exactly.
Right now. And you can do that anytime. You know, if you have, you know, if you want to connect with your ET family that you've incarnated with in other lifetimes, you can do that right now.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
It's
I've
been
always
awesome.
just, how blessed are we? How blessed.
I know.
I mean, I have 3 Pleiadians that are helping me with ascension symptoms and my diet and, you know, keeping high vibrational and giving me, you know, their guidance when I ask for it. And I love it. And, you know, having more light and love in my life is just a wonderful place to be. And then, of course, you guys all know that me and Ashley, we love to just share that light and love out on our YouTube channels. You know, Ashley Cunningham and Kristin Davies YouTube channels. And you get to hear from different beings of light and love. And yes, the ETs are included. And we say ETs, it's so limited.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm an ET to them.
Yeah, we're all ETs. Yeah.
So yeah, it's just a different frequency, a different dial, a different look. That's all. And they're never going to do anything to, you know, make you scared or, you know, concerned in any regard. That's the last thing they want for us to be.
I have a quick story on that. When I first started channeling, Pleiadians came to me as I was kind of sleeping. And I woke up and I was really scared because I had never communicated with them before. I didn't know what they wanted. And they immediately backed away and apologized. They were so nice. And then I asked them to come back when I was ready. And then I started contacting them, talking with them only when I was ready in that moment. So it was really nice. And they were very courteous and they were very sweet. And they're like, okay, we'll come back later.
Yeah,
it was pretty cute.
They're not gonna, like, you know, oh, okay, you're not ready. We didn't mean to startle you. They'll just come back at another time when you're ready.
Yeah.
I love that. I had the Yael wake me up one night. They wanted me to pass along a message. I'm like, it's 5 a.m.
Oh, wow.
You can go out and way up. You can just and then they were hanging out in the corner of my room. I'm like, no, outside. And then, you know, and then they went outside and I didn't have any other problem. They don't have, some of them don't have any kind of, you know, understanding that I don't want to be woken up at 5 a.m. But they do once I tell them. It's all about boundaries. You know, they're just light filled and wanting to share a message. Can you pass this along to your friend? And I'm like, not right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, you know, a couple of occasions like that. But yeah, no, I think when you start to shift in a high vibrational direction and you start to let all that stuff go that's no longer needed, you're just going to have high vibrational frequency because it's a vibrational match, right?
Yeah.
So whatever you don't like in your life, I come right back in here. What is it in me that I can shift vibrationally to shift that? And it always seems to work for me. Yes. Why are they so curious if they know everything? Someone's asking about the ETs.
That's really a good question. I think they do know everything. They know what's going to happen. They know things, but they don't necessarily experience things the way we do in this body, in this vessel. And so they're very curious about how we express, how we are experiencing, and how that affects our lives. And emotions are a very big part of that. Some ET beings have the emotional range and they understand it. They're a little bit more developed, and some don't have it. Yeah, exactly. And they're trying to learn. Yeah, exactly. And they're definitely trying to learn from us and our experiences and how to move to that level and to continue on. So while they do know it, they don't necessarily experience it the way we do.
I think also, like, when you look at what is to come, right? You have multiple possibilities in any given moment, but one's free will choices and decisions and actions can alter that. So I think they know everything to a degree. But you could say, oh yeah, I got this in the bag, I got this job. Well, one person in that group of people that interviewed you decided, no, somebody else is better or a better fit, and that shifts and changes the outcome. So do they know everything right down to a T based on the changes in one's free will? I don't know.
Good point.
I would say no on that one. But you look at the grays, for example. You know, vibrationally, they're quite different than us, right? Emotional range and so on. So they're very quite curious about us based on, we are just like totally different than them in a lot of ways. And yeah, it's quite a large leap of difference in between our frequency and the way we operate and theirs. Okay, so I think we're going to move on to energy update for the rest of 2019. Let's see where we're going to go with this. Okay, so for me, whenever I do an energy update, I channel source, light and love, universal oneness, God, always has been, always will be, however you want to label that. I used to call this energy source all the time. So how do I know when source is here with me and would like to channel through me? I get an expanse of energy above my head, and it's coming down right over my head, my whole head. And so that's usually the energy that relays what's to come for the remainder of 2019. And that's the energy I talk to as well frequently, and also when I would like to know what is coming. So, okay. I hear Source saying, thank you, dear one. It is an honor to be able to channel through you today. I would like to start off by relaying this message. Source is it's a little bit of a coyness here, okay? Everything is going to be okay. That's coming Good. Right from Source, okay? So everything is going to be okay. Some of you who have how do you want to say that? A lower vibrational mindset will see things in a low vibrational way. Yes, I'm aware that is direct in what I'm saying, but how you view things through that lens, if the lens is lower in vibrational or has a little bit of dust on it, you will then see your experience through that lens. Just like if you choose to see through this lens and the dust is taken away and you have more of an high vibrational mindset and outlook, this is how you will see what is before you. Okay? So it's just like when people say, you know, the cup is half empty or the cup is half full. Are you a pessimist or are you an optimist? There's multiple different ways of seeing things, and it all starts right here. All right. Source is saying yes, yes, yes. As beings of light and love, housed temporarily within your vessels, you have the choice in each and every given moment as to which thoughts you choose to house within your mind, which vibrational frequency in which you wish to maintain. Okay? The more you rise in vibrational frequency, the easier things become, the better the outlook, the more clarity of mind, more enjoyment of life. And this is where I wish for my for each of us here on earth to be. Thank you, dear one. Okay, it's right over to you, Ashley.
Whew, okay. Yeah. And I'm feeling him. I call him him. Above me, on my shoulders, in my stomach. Most of the time I feel him start warming up my stomach area and coming out,
Oh, how cool.
which is really beautiful. But he's coming straight in. Yes, your vibrational frequency may determine how you see the future, how you see events happening within your life and the lives of those around you. Thankfully, you all have the tools to go within and to make choices as to how you view the events that are happening around you, or the choices that you make that may result in maybe positive or negative outcomes. The way you look at it is your choice. Energy updates for the rest of this year rely heavily upon your own vibrational frequency. Those of you that are of higher vibration will see the many changes that are happening more easily than those that maybe are of a lower vibrational frequency. These shifts have already begun. More energy is anchoring to the earth within each of us. And there's only more to come. There are more waves of energy washing over all of you dear ones. Kristin has alluded to September as a month of increased energy, and she is correct. September, many individuals will find them in a position to reevaluate their own outlook or frequency, if you wish to call it so. And many are awakening throughout this process as well, allowing them to choose high vibrations or low vibrations. And this is an exciting time for all of the light workers on Earth who can reach many people, as well as those awakening, as there are going to be more resources. It will be easier on those awakening to have a positive experience, or more easy experience than maybe those several years ago, having to really search for material, search for people who resonate at the same vibrational frequency as themselves. It will be more open, so more people will be accepting and aware of this energy anchoring on the planet, as well as those awakening. And I'm getting it back to you.
All righty. Let's get ready to rumble. Here we go. Okay, do you want to start that again? I'm sorry, but I'll have to get ready for that one. All right.
Oh, okay.
Dear ones, it is up to each of you as to how you approach your life experience here on earth, whether you see the cup half empty or the cup half full. Like Kristin has said, pessimism or optimism. I would like you all to begin moving, shifting into a higher vibrational frequency. But again, this is of your own free will choosing, as Earth is a free will zone. What I'm receiving here is like Earth is a free will zone in which was given as a gift to each of us to come here to learn and grow on our own 2 feet without being strongly guided, okay? Never controlled, but strongly guided. So here on earth, we decide where we're going to go and what we're going to do. We choose. And in fact, this is actually quite a great gift to be given. I'm getting soon, very, very, very soon, the tidal waves of high vibrational frequency will be washing over the planet, increasing over time. Each month will build in momentum until the next rest period. And I'm getting this is going to be in December, around Christmas time. It is important that while we are being washed over with this high vibrational frequency, these waves, that each of us grounds ourselves often. We really need to ground. For the frequency will intensify and will continue to intensify. Just like July and August has been a rest period, so shall December be a rest period. And then we will begin again in January. For those of you who are experiencing strong ascension symptoms, it is really important to view this dear one's ascension symptoms material on her YouTube channel in order to find relief. For those of you who are unaware, unawake, there are many changes to come for you as well. Some of these changes will be bumpy in nature, chaotic. All right, so does anybody have any questions? We are open for Q&A time. Let's do it. So if you have any questions, I have one question while we're waiting for questions. Each individual is on their own unique ascension path. Although many of us seem to be experiencing ascension symptoms that are similar at the same time, others are experiencing ascension symptoms on their schedule. So is it that a lot of us will get ascension symptoms at the same time, or is it going to be infrequent or different time, different ascension symptoms, different moments in time? Each of us are on our own ascension path. Although when these larger waves of high vibrational frequency enter the atmosphere here on Earth and wash over the Earth plane, including those upon her back, many of you will experience similar or like ascension symptoms. And these waves will increase over time. Second question I have before we get to questions is, I'm told that this is going to get easier. That we,
Yeah.
you know, I want to ask this one because let's be honest, ascension sometimes isn't always a cakewalk. So I'm wondering when this is going to like level. The source is just laughing. When is this going to like level off for some of us? Like get easier? Grounding will make it easier.
Not really answering the question.
Come on! Sorry, I'm wiping my tears away. Just kidding. The grounding is going to make the transition easier. There will be a pivot point when you will be accustomed to this new vibrational frequency that is all around you and flowing through you, through each of your chakras, expanding each of your chakras. It's not unable to give a timeline as to when we will adjust due to our own free will choosing as to what foods we eat, what dietary changes we make, the amount of grounding that we do, how much rest are we getting, what toxins are we putting in our bodies. All of this can impact your vibrational frequency. Got it. All right, let's get to the question.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, great question. Great question, Paul. How will sleep be affected? You want to take that one, Ashley?
Sure.
What sleep?
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
And then
what
other moments.
sleep? That's the question. Exactly. As you anchor in light and rise in vibrational frequency, your body may need more rest or less rest, depending. Each of you are your own individual and may experience your own changes within your sleep. Although, as stated before, as these waves of energy wash upon the earth, many may be experiencing those same symptoms in the same way at the same time. From this one's experience, sleep can be non-existent, and you just have to power through the day. You just keep going. There's so much energy around. And then there are times where I just can't get even out of bed. Like I'm totally wiped out. I'm exhausted. I don't want to do a thing. And sources saying that it's really important to listen to your body. Don't try and push yourself too hard because there are so many changes happening within your vessel that just listening to your body and grounding as much as possible can help stabilize your energy. And really grounding. And I'm getting also a lot of water. So continuing to drink water. Spring water, waters that don't have chemicals or anything in them. So drinking very clean water, high vibrational water, as well as eating right, or whatever that feels for your body, clean as much as possible. And, just listening to your body, kind of going with the flow.
I find if I go out and I ground myself just before bedtime, and I say ground myself, I mean like sit or stand right up against a tree, let the tree's energy wash over me and ground me. And I do that for 5 to 10 minutes. Things are a lot easier for me. So I'm like, here I come. Sometimes I can get the energy of the tree calling me outside. So then I really know I need to go out there. Will the energies coming in make it easier to connect with our guides, galactics, and angels? Mm-hmm. Yes, yes, yes. Mm-hmm. The veil will start to thin for those who are choosing the path of ascension. Although Source is also saying that there are individuals who are not going to be ascending that are also able to communicate with spirit. Some are open to this and others are not. But there will be a much larger collective of individuals on the earth plane that are communicating with the frequencies, the energies that are here in our presence all the time. So it's going to be much easier, and there will be more of us communicating with them more easily. And Source is really happy about this. All right, Bonnie. Oh, I hope you put this video on Facebook or webpage. Instagram is stopping constantly. Well, that's a real bummer, isn't it? Well, if it's stopping for you, rest assured we will be. So don't worry. So we have a question, which is, will astral travel be easier? Do you want to take that one? Will astral travel be easier?
I'm getting yes. Connecting with the energy, anchoring in more light, and just being more open to that frequency and choosing that. That is your free will choice to do that. So that is just going to be that much easier. Yeah.
I'm going to ask really briefly, is there any guidance you'd like to give for anyone that's doing astral travel?
Yeah, good point.
Bring your team along with you. Okay?
Yes.
So they can just keep an eye out for you. Not that if you're like, yep, let's go, and you know, it's just best to have your team of angels with you.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like we're like going out and we don't know what's here or there, and it's just good to have your angels there watching over you, and just, you know, just the same thing as like when we incarnate into a human body. My angels are here whether I'm in a body or out of a body all the time. So the angels will be there, work with them, or your spirit guides.
Yeah.
Or any other high vibrational being of light and love in which you resonate with.
Yeah.
Okay? Or Source. Okay? Source will come with you. And
That's
just,
the big man.
Yeah, you
Do
bet.
it.
I told you actually, I said, how come everybody calls you him? And I hear you as a male. And Source said, well, if you like, I can speak as a female. I'm like,
That's awesome.
with a female voice. And then I was like, okay, nope, that's okay. Got it. It can be whatever you want it to be.
Yeah,
Okay?
exactly.
If you're comfortable with them saying he or male, that's fine. Yeah, within our this human vessel, we can see things only so far, right? So we do the best we can to understand things. And some can go really far. But still, I think when we come out of our bodies, we're going to get a whole other perspective in which we can't imagine. All right. Will the new species of human have a subconscious mind? You want to take that one?
Yeah. Will the new species of human have a subconscious mind? I'm getting yes. Subconsciousness is an important element to being human. It allows much to come through into our experience without us putting up those walls or filters. It allows us to absorb things that maybe with our conscious mind we would not choose to absorb or see. So it's a really important tool.
Oh yeah, I agree. It's you know, you've got your conscious mind, then you got your subconscious mind, and then you know, if you read Journey of Souls by Michael Newton, you have your superconscious state of mind. And what is that? super conscious state of mind is your higher self connection. And so when he was putting individuals under hypnosis and, you know, getting information from them, he accidentally came upon the super conscious state of mind, connecting straight to the person's higher self or soul. And that made for a really fantastic read. Highly recommend that book.
What's it called again?
Journey of Souls.
Journey of Souls. I haven't read it. I'll have to check it out.
My mom said, "You love this book." And I'm like, "This is amazing." And then he made a second book. So there's a second one to that as well. Nice. But you get to see the perspective through individuals, all these different individuals that he's through hypnosis, and completely different. And you get to have an understanding of different ways of seeing things, you know, what it's like in the spirit world. It's just so detailed. And it really resonated with me when I read it.
Nice.
Yes. Does anybody have divine DNA? Here's another question. As we ground and connect to the energies coming in, how can we best contribute to increase light and love on Earth and the universe? I love this question. Yeah. Love it. Just by being you and amplifying and expanding your own vibrational frequency gradually over time. Also, you can expand your light to encompass the earth. You can project and send light and love to certain parts of the world, to the entire planet, to certain individuals, just listing those all off, to animals. As Kristin has channeled previously from Jesus, you can hold your hands up and project light out of your hands towards that person or that event or that place on earth, even for a brief moment, even if it's for mere seconds. This makes a great impact. Okay? More than we realize. Thank you, dear one. Love that question. Awesome. Love it.
One thing that I like to do on the sending light with your hands, with my own energy bubble, I like to set an energy bubble around myself. I'm very empathic. So sometimes just being like in my office or in a crowd, it's really difficult for me. There's just so much energy. So I set a bubble around myself and I choose various colors. Every day it's different, but I like to just imagine that bubble shooting light out to others all around me. And it just is going to do that all day. And anyone I walk by, anyone that's near me, I'm just blasting them with that love and light energy right off my bubble. And I just set it. And at the end of the day, I call back my energy, transmuted and pure. And it's just, you know, sharing sunshine. It's great.
Love it. So you're just helping everyone when you're doing that, you know? You know, me and Alyssa often say, like, I say to Alyssa, I'm like, Ashley, am I right? And Alyssa's like, yeah, I know. I'm like, she makes you want to be a better person, doesn't she? And Alyssa's like, oh yeah. And
aww,
you know,
that's sweet.
You know, because I'm indigo, Alyssa's indigo, right? And you have a little
I'm indigo as well, but
you're indigo and crystal.
And crystal, yeah.
So the crystal in you is teaching me because I tend to go full throttle sometimes on certain things, and when you have someone that's very heart-centered and showing a different way, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, I can just, you know, I don't have to approach it this way. I can come about it this way. So it's good learning. Yeah, me and Alyssa often talk about you and how magnificent you are, not to, like, you know. I can say that to you, and I know that you won't, you know.
Oh,
You just like, yes, I know.
Thank you.
Yeah. It's just the truth. So, you know, gotta spread the light there too.
Yep.
What are the Melchizedek teachers, and was Jesus one of them? Do you want to take that one?
I'm getting that they were a group.
Mm-hmm.
And, well, there's many of them. I'm definitely getting, I'm feeling Archangel Metatron was a really big part of that. I don't know anything about this group, but I'm getting really drawn to Archangel Metatron.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sensing, let's see, it was Jesus a part of, are you a part of that? He's just kind of smiling. He was around it, but not necessarily deeply in that. He supports the work that they were doing or have been doing. And what are they? I don't really even know.
I don't either. But
I'm just getting...
I get him smiling too, and I get really high vibrational.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, light beings of love and light. There to teach others to increase their light, share. Reaching different people in different ways that maybe, I'm getting more like scientific, maybe more like on frequencies, more in different ways that wouldn't be necessarily like of all light and love. You know, there's people that they hear it, but they're just not like gonna buy into that. And so this order, this group, they're able to teach the premise of all of that in a way that is digestible for them.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah. I don't really know anything else about that. I don't know.
I can hear Jesus chuckling and saying there's a lot that we don't know. And as we grow and evolve and expand and lift and raise in vibrational frequency, we will be able to tap into the high vibrational frequency that is all around and that we are a part of. And we will be able to receive more information and answers more easily and more readily in the future.
Good. Because I don't know.
Super duper.
Sweet.
Are there stronger vibrations living in different parts of the earth? Is North American locations better? I wouldn't say the word better, but are there vibrational frequency that is a bit stronger or more filled with higher vibrational frequency in parts of the world? Absolutely. There's no question. I've been told that multiple times. I'm just going to see what guidance comes through for that. Yes, some of you are being guided to relocate into areas that are higher in vibrational frequency. Some locations are very high vibrational and stronger vibrationally. Sources using my location, Vancouver Island, as being one of those locations. And as I've been told in the past, many other light workers will be guided to relocate into this location. But there will be other locations on the planet that light workers and or individuals that are ready to reside and receive this high vibrational frequency will be guided into these locations. For those locations that are heavier in vibrational frequency, it's really important that we send them light and love. We send the light there. Just permeate it. Not only us in vessels, but also those on the other side. Okay? I love it. Okay? Okay, why do some angels incarnate on earth and some do not? Do you want to answer that one?
Sure. Some choose to share their energy in a way that helps them come here. I'm not really getting that they fully come here, and maybe you can connect in on that. Most are here to support the beings that are coming here to learn and grow. They're not a type of being that needs to learn and grow. That's not really why they were created or what their purpose is. And my team's just saying that majority of them do not partake and come here to Earth in that fashion, in incarnating. They have been here to support many.
That's exactly what I've heard several times from the angels during several readings. Do you want to add anything to that? No. That's not the purpose. Mm-hmm. That's not their purpose. Okay. Yeah. Some of us do want to relocate. I know that I was guided out this way, but I was up island, and I remember my angels, I wasn't hearing them at the time, but I was strongly feeling them in my body, guiding me. So they really didn't want me to stay living up island. And I said, what am I supposed to do? Like, I'd gotten a job, and, I was ready to find a place to live, and I'd already been there for 4 months. And all they do is they put a picture of my Nana in my head. And I said, so you want me to call my Nana? Mm-hmm. And I just got a strong yes in the body. So I was like, hi, Nana, and, so my Nana said, yeah, your aunt has a room for rent, and you want to come down here? And I said, okay. So that's what I did. I ignored my angels for 2 days, and boy, did I get a tightness on my chest that didn't go away for 2 nights. That was not much fun. They've only done that about 6 times to me. If you ask them for help and then you ignore them, then that ain't going to roll with them. No, you have consented your free will to ask them for help, and then you're going to ignore them? I don't think so. Not going to happen. Yeah. So that's just not going to happen. So if anybody has any last questions, otherwise we will channel in the last bit of guidance here, and I'll leave that to Ashley to do that. Okay, me and Ashley? Okay. All right. Okay, we have one last question here. Do we feel the good high vibrations during or after the waves that come in to help us ascend? I'm just curious. Do you want to take that one?
Do we feel them after or before? Is that the question? It went away, sorry. So, yeah.
During or after these waves of energy come in, do we feel the high vibrations? I don't know, for me, I can tell you what it feels like, but then Ashley, you go ahead and channel and see what.
Sure.
Or see.
Yes, you will, as this energy comes onto the planet, you will definitely feel during, and you can always help that along even faster by making certain choices, but you can also feel them after this wave energy has hit, as you will have risen in high vibrational energy, and this is then where you will reside. And so yes, you will feel it during and after.
Ashley, don't you find that when it's coming in full throttle, I call it, that it just feels really intense sometimes? Like you're just like, all my chakras are opening and expanding and getting larger and taking in more energy, and it's all I can do to just, all you want to do is like eat salads and protein shakes and just hang on for a few days and go outdoors and ground. And it's the human body is getting adjusted. So I suppose that's really what it is, isn't it? The human body is getting adjusted, which is a process. But then we have our vibrational frequency and the energy that we're feeling this high vibrational frequency. So that feels, the feeling of it is it can be a bit intensive, but it can feel very high vibrational as well. Yeah. Last question, is linear time an illusion going to continue to speed up or as we feel it now? Or how will linear time perception continue to change? Yes, linear time is an illusion. Yes, it is. I've heard that, I don't know, at least 20 to 50 times from the angels. Linear time, there is only but the present moment of now, from what they tell me repeatedly. And so will it change or speed up as we move along on this process? Yes, it will feel like it's speeding up significantly. Also, manifestations will speed up as well. Like you will, depending on what you're thinking repeatedly, it will manifest quickly. Thank you, dear one. So really be the still observer. Just be aware of what's popping into your mind. And then the beauty is too, low vibrational thinking and thoughts does manifest slower, but it's important to, just be aware of your thoughts. And then you can also replace a thought. Okay, I got this thought going, but you can replace it with another thought that maybe is more optimistic or more positive. Just like Paul's saying. Yep. Yep. That's an affirmation, Paul. I will relocate to a high vibrational location that is for my highest and best good, easily and effortlessly now. Nice. Okay, so the last guidance coming in, first me and then you, Ashley, is what you perceive, you will receive. So your perception, your choosing, your choice of thoughts, words, actions, your decisions. Okay? What you perceive is what you will receive. It is the law of attraction. Now it's on to Ashley.
Yeah. You can choose how to react. You can choose how to see the world, perceive the world around you, as well as within you. The choice is yours. And isn't that a beautiful thing?
It sure is.
We have the choice to choose the love in every situation, to share and to receive. And this is what I wish for each of you. That is
wonderful. Wonderful. Thanks for everybody joining us live. Sending you all of our love. And I'm looking forward to 2019 and hearing from each of you. I can't wait. The remainder of 2019, I should say. Yeah. Paul's saying positive momentum carries further and faster and more powerful. I couldn't agree with you any more than that. Thanks everybody for joining us. Bye.
Bye.